Lifesteal SMP.
Lifesteal SMP.
The Lifesteal.
Lifesteal SMP.
Deadliest SMP? I mean, I'd rather die than watch more of it. In case you somehow haven't heard of it, Lifesteal is an SMP with a silly gimmick about stealing hearts in order to farm those sweet, juicy views. It was originally started as a small server by a group of friends and has now ballooned into this massive content mill, getting millions of views and inspiring the next generation of Minecraft content. As one of the most influential SMPs, seeing its popularity makes me launch Roblox myself. Lifesteal is now in its 6th season and has gotten incredibly stale, being obviously staged with repetitive traps, but they keep making this drawn-out, unoriginal content because people keep watching the same script over and over again. They pump out this slop at an enormous rate, making the same video again and again, because for some reason, millions of people keep coming back to the same mindless regurgitation. Parrot, one of the most popular members of the server, released his first Lifesteal SMP video in July 2021. This series, the beginning of this plague of SMP content, already shows some of the flaws with modern Lifesteal. The idiotic grand strategy, the staged plot points, and the complete lack of critical thinking all work together to create this artistic masterpiece. But somehow, the most common criticism I see in the comments section isn't about the idiotic decision making throughout the video, but talking about this notepad plugin code Parrot flashes on screen for 5 seconds. Guys, that's just script, an easier way to write Minecraft plugins. Obviously, these guys were new to SMPs, using script instead of high quality Java, so I can forgive them for their plugin code being questionable. But I can't forgive the decision making in this video. When Parrot's enemies managed to get him into an obsidian box, instead of, I don't know, killing him, their plan is to keep him there forever? Maybe it's part of the script for Parrot to make his cool Ender Pearl stasis play, but they could at least write a script that makes sense. If you've ever played an SMP before, you know how pointless it is to trap someone like this, especially with such a lousy prison. All Parrot would have to do is log off, wait until 3 AM, then log in and break out, since combat logging is allowed on the server. It just makes more sense to kill your opponent to reset his progress, rather than pointlessly try to keep him trapped. Now, you might be thinking, whatever, this moron is nitpicking at something that doesn't really matter, but I'm only a moron because I had to watch so much of this brain rot content. The appeal of SMP videos is the strategy and conflicts between the characters, so when the characters do stupid strategies just to make the videos more interesting, it takes away from the conflict. These guys are using the facade of a competitive SMP to lure in viewers, and then doing things that look cool instead of things that make sense in order to keep your attention. The final fight scene is the perfect example of things that don't make sense. In the epic finale to finish Parrot's revenge arc, MAcLeod, the corrupt admin, runs away from the guys chasing him after his armor breaks, and then later ends up in a giant mosh pit to fight the guys that he just escaped from. These guys might have never played on a serious SMP before, but I thought it was obvious not to jump into an inescapable hole full of your enemies. Again, this is probably part of the script, but having the corrupt admin jump down to fight again on his own just seems like a lazy way to make the video have some kind of quick resolution. I don't know if these early videos were as heavily scripted as Lifesteal is today, but even if MAcLeod wasn't an actor, I'm sure Parrot had to beg him to come back to a fight after his armor broke. Parrot conveniently cut out how MAcLeod ended up back at the monument, so we can't know for certain what happened between cuts, but I'm guessing it went something like this. Yo, MAcLeod, come back, please! I don't get a revenge arc if you just run away! And why are MAcLeod and Parrot fighting in the first place anyway? Let's roll the clip.
Since we were totally invincible to everything, all we had to do was prove that the opposing team was using admin commands. Prove that the opposing team was using admin command. Prove that the opposing team
The entire premise of the series revolves around Parrot's team investigating admin abuse, but they show themselves cheating before getting any proof. This is quickly skimmed over by Parrot in his voiceover, but you can see MAcLeod complaining in the chat after the final battle about the things that Parrot's team has allegedly done. Future SMP creators saw this, and realized they could just say any old rubbish in their video, since this slop content is designed to be consumed then instantly forgotten by the time YouTube autoplays the next video in the series. Every modern SMP video is the same, starting off with it being killed and losing everything, which they have back within 2 minutes of the video, and ending with them killing whoever kills them. These creators have taken the hero's journey, turned it into a formula, and used it to get way too many views. They used the same recipe for each video, but they changed one or two things each time to make the viewers come back. You might be entertained the first time you see a void trap, but when you see it for the 50th time 3 years later, it somewhat loses its appeal. Speaking of originality, let me just pick a random Parrot Lifesteal SMP video. Oh hey, this looks familiar. The point of this video is the Parrot is being hunted by Minecraft's smartest players, and he has this elaborate setup to escape the hunters while still being able to keep the viewers hooked. At the start of the video, we see how smart Minecraft's smartest players are, drinking invis potions to make it harder for Parrot to see the hunters. But in the next scene, they have armor on, as can be seen here in their armor bars. For Minecraft's smartest players, stopping the chase to put armor on to make it easier to see you doesn't seem very smart. Obviously, Parrot told them to put armor on because Parrot can't get cinematic shots of invisible players, but this is just lazy content. The one example of these players being smart is instantly taken back because it inconveniences Parrot. This is a video where the title and thumbnail are based around Minecraft's smartest players. So instantly going back on the only smart thing they do in this video shows that Parrot did this just to make a clickable video. After this initial display of brilliance, Minecraft's smartest players fall for trap after trap. These guys are meant to be the best of the best, but they keep playing Parrot's pre-planned games instead of doing something smart. I've taken the time to rebuild one of these traps, and I think that Minecraft's smartest players could have done something other than get trapped over and over again. I'm not Minecraft's smartest player, but if the guy I'm chasing says, "Get in the box or this entire place blows up," I don't immediately trust him. After all, if this isn't scripted, I don't have to do what Parrot tells me to, and this is an obsidian box, which should protect me from explosions. Parrot claims in the comments that he threatened the hunters if they tried to do any funny business, but if the hunters are too scared to chase Parrot, then it's not really a hunt. It's just a showcase of traps Parrot thought were cool pretending to be a hunt. And that's the biggest problem with modern SMP content. Things are only done because they look cool in a YouTube thumbnail, not because they are new, or interesting, or make any sense. Taking a look underneath the surface of this video, I guess it would be bad for content if they didn't get to use every story beat Parrot had written in, but these are Minecraft's smartest players. Surely we should expect to see something smart. This part of the video really annoyed me, obviously, since it was clear that Parrot only wrote the Minecraft's smartest players bit into the script to make a more clickable title and thumbnail. The only way to actually enjoy SMP content is to completely switch your brain off while watching it. For example, in this video, Parrot tries to kill Minecraft's deadliest player without testing what 2000 regular TNT does to a player in full protection 4 netherite armor. When I first watched this video, while using my critical thinking skills, I remember thinking that 2000 TNT wouldn't do very much, and it's not very difficult to test that theory. Here's me setting up a test on an Attribution server in 5 minutes, and here's 2000 TNT. I mean, it's an effective trap, if you get your victim to unplug their keyboard first. Parrot actually killing his enemy is secondary to his main goal, which is to make a clickable YouTube video. He spends hours building multiple creeper farms, lighting up caves, and of course, placing TNT, but he never actually checks whether or not it's a good trap. All Parrot needs is to put a big number in the title and thumbnail, and to keep the viewer engaged for long enough to create a viral video. The only thing that matters on these types of SMPs is pumping out videos. Even though 90% of the activities done on Lifesteal are cool looking traps, every player on the server goes to the pre-planned locations anyway, probably because it would be bad for the content if you made a trap and no one was stupid enough to go into the obvious death pit. The worst part is, whenever someone tries to criticize them, they get mocked ruthlessly, as if it's meant to be obvious that it's staged. Remember earlier in the video when I showed you a thumbnail and said that it would be important later? I'm sure you do, you guys are very clever. When fellow Lifesteal skeptic Wallace pointed out how blatantly staged this Boke video is, members of the Lifesteal SMP descended on the video with a vengeance, leaving snarky, sarcastic comments in the video, as if we're meant to be in on the joke. If you haven't seen this video before, just listen to this convincing acting by our friend Spoke.
Alright. Oh! Okay! Okay. Why'd I bring only one invis pop, bro? Oh god, they're going after me. Wait. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, pick up these, pick up this, pick up, get it, get it, get it! They're gonna know! Run, run!
Or, if that wasn't enough to convince you that this video might not be 100% real, just look at how he tactically decides to go beside Zam, the person he's trying to avoid to get lava, rather than go literally anywhere else in the nether.
Let's hope that they're not... Oh! Thank God I saw that, bro. Thank God I saw that. Yeah. I need to drink this Invis, bro. Okay, I see Zam. I'm gonna go over to this, like, big soul sand area. Alright. Okay, he's on that hill.
There's a reason that it isn't disclosed anywhere that this video is staged, as it would make people question whether it's worth their time to watch a guy pretend to be scared of the things they wrote in their hastily put together nonsense script. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but when I read the snide, sarcastic comments in this video, they seem to reveal the true nature of the Lifestealers. They've made a community around making repetitive, drawn-out content that does nothing but waste the viewer's time, and they'll pretend to be in on the joke when someone calls them out on it. When these YouTubers leave comedic, self-aware comments on every video they can find, it seems less like an actual person behind the screen writing something funny, and more like a carefully calculated growth strategy to farm impressions. These creators don't care about doing something new, they just want to cash in on a successful formula to make videos that are guaranteed to get views, no matter how little creativity is put in. The video's best parts are how well edited they are, but this is all part of the formula, with the editing heavily optimized to keep your attention at all costs. This community and the knockoff SMPs that they created have no incentives to stop pumping out content when it gets this many views. They can just keep making videos with the same inciting incidents as Archul CM would say, the same character arc, the same conclusion, and it will still get a gazillion views because it's exactly what the YouTube algorithm likes. Lifesteal and the SMPs that copied it aren't trying to tell interesting stories about a competitive SMP, but optimizing their gameplay for content production. But the way in which this SMP pretends to be competitive while the players jump headfirst into any trap for content deeply hurts me, as someone that enjoys actually competitive, unscripted SMP content. I stopped watching Lifesteal years ago, but clearly this content is still popular, probably because it's content specifically made to easily slide down the throats of its viewers. Popular Minecraft content on YouTube has never been amazing, but recently its quality is taking a nosedive, with fake manhunts and fake SMPs taking the internet landscape by storm. People like the Lifestealers can sneak their scripted, thoughtless, mind-melting content into the algorithm because as far as YouTube knows, this is incredible content because of their insanely high retention and watch times. These creators see nothing but view counts when making their videos, and they'll keep seeing these absurd numbers while people keep watching content that is specifically optimized to be too fast-paced for the viewer to think critically. Some SMP creators have even started putting disclaimers in their descriptions, informing their viewers that some events might be scripted, even though nothing about their content has actually changed. I was watching the Lifesteal VidCon panel, and I think the Clownpeer said it better than I ever could.
So it's all for content. It doesn't really matter when you get to like each other in real life, you know? You're not gonna be angry at each other at all.
Minecraft's deadliest player himself, as well as many others in the panel, admit that conflict between the Lifestealers is played up for content. The only reason that Lifesteal and other copycat SMPs exist is to act as a cesspool for content, where creators can group together to pretend to be angry at each other on the internet to get views. In conclusion, the Lifestealers are the newest form of Minecraft slop creation, where nothing is real and conflicts only happen in order to farm clout. From its initial small start as a Minecraft SMP feud, to the completely scripted version that it is today, the Lifestealers steal the lives of their viewers, ironically, by making videos with the same script, by making them as long as they can, and by having a massive group of creators make as many videos as possible, with the only solution being to eventually grow up and stop watching their skibbity toilet content. Wait, cut the music. I know I've spent the last 15 minutes ranting incoherently into my microphone, but now the YouTube algorithm is forcing me to break the fourth wall. According to YouTube statistics, 0% of you are subscribed, since this is my first ever upload in this channel, so I would appreciate you subscribing and hitting the bell, leaving a like and comment, and sharing the video with 5 of your friends and all that YouTube jazz. Thanks.